Hello everyone, and welcome to the Bodyweight series, where I will teach you how to exercise effectively, powerfully, in the shortest amount of time possible. I know everybody's busy. No one wants to go to the gym for an hour workout anymore. I don't. If my workouts take more than half an hour, it's too long. So today what I'm going to teach you, I'm going to teach you a bodyweight training session. I'm going to teach you 3 very effective, functional bodyweight movements. So I'm not going to teach you movements that will do nothing or just give you some kind of muscles for show. I'm going to actually teach you movements that will create fitness and strength that will then translate into your everyday life and make everything that you do or have to do in your everyday life easy, so you don't get achy, you don't get injured, you create functional strength that is available to you at your fingertips anytime. So what are we going to do? How I'm going to structure it? I'm going to start with a quick warm-up because you need to do a mobility warm-up. Then I'm going to coach 3 bodyweight movements. I will coach many variations of the bodyweight movements, so then you can choose the perfect one for you, for your level of fitness, strength, and skills. And then I will teach you how to structure it into the 10 to 15 minute workout and how we're going to do that. And then we'll have a bit of a trial run together for not for the whole 10-15 minutes, but just for a few minutes. Okay, so I'm hoping to get everything done in half an hour and we'll see how you go. If you have any questions, let me know. If you're struggling with any of the movements, please do let me know. And I think we should start. Okay, we're just going to do a quick standing warm-up. I'm just going to take my shoes off. If you are at home, feel free to take your shoes off. It's much better for you to exercise bare feet because you get a little bit more feedback and then you can grip the ground better. Okay, we're going to start. So just a real quick 5-minute mobility warm-up. Okay, let's just start with the neck. So just gentle twist. Make sure that your shoulders are down. You can put your hands whatever you want. And then only go to your comfort range. Don't push it. Yeah, this should feel nice. You're just warming up. It's not a competition. Where to go. And now you're going to go forwards and backwards. Forwards and backwards. Again, go nice and slow. Work with your breath. Go to your comfortable range. Now let's go into rolling shoulder blade. So you are going to do big opposing circles with your shoulders. You can go just really nice and slow, one at a time. And then as you get a little bit more efficient, you can start rolling and then eventually you just roll. Now make sure that you're not rolling just the shoulders, but you're sending the work into the shoulder blades, yeah? So think shoulder blades rather than just shoulders. And then reverse. So you're going to go both directions. It's crucial to warm up before you do any exercise or any sport, even if you've just got 5 minutes, even 5 minutes is good. Warms up all the tissue, warms up the synovial fluid between your joints, gets the brain ready, like something's going to come now, I'm going to have to work. It also shoots all the blood from your core, where it normally sits, into your muscles, okay? Now, you're going to create this bow shape with your body. Okay? So hollow out and then pop your arms forward. Now you should feel a really nice stretch across the back. And then you're going to go the other way. So now you're arching this way. Now, because you are extending your spine, make sure that you lock your glutes so you don't put tension in your lower back. And then go back and forth. Squeeze your glutes. Stabilize your abs. And move with me. Come and do this workout with me. It's only 10 to 15 minutes. You can shorten it to 10 if you've only got 10, but 15 minutes is quite nice. Okay, now we're going to do bodyweight deadlifts. Pop your hips backwards, yeah? Just a little bit of a bend in the knees. Stabilize the abs, open the chest, and then squeeze, yeah? So you are warming up the hamstrings and the glutes. It's not a squat. Imagine that you've got like a string tied to your sacrum and somebody's pulling it. So it's a bodyweight deadlift. It's wonderful for warming up the glutes and the hamstrings, the posterior chain. Make sure that you don't let your abs go, because then you are going to have this ugly extension and loading the lower back, but bring the abs in. Cool. Let's just do a few more. Now, come down, rest your elbows on top of your knees, and then do thoracic rotations. So the hips don't move. I'm opening my chest. Again, just go to your comfortable range. I'm quite tight today. I've been surfing some big waves for the last 3 days. So I'm a little tight and quite tired. There we go. Awesome. And let's just finish with some leg swings. So now you are going to bring your leg up as high as this will go. Flex your foot and then flip back. Yeah. So if I show you here, up, go down, keep the foot flexed, and then using a bit of momentum. Yeah. If you're struggling with balance, hold on to something. A wall, a chair. This is probably the only mobility movement where you're allowed to use a bit of momentum. Otherwise, it's all about controlled strength. And switch legs. We're going to go through, I'm going to teach you some quite simple bodyweight movements today, because I'm just beginning this series. So I don't want to overwhelm people with some complicated bodyweight movements. And I'm going to show variations, how to progress it and how to regress it, okay? So I hope you're feeling a little bit warmer. I'm just going to check the comments. If you have any questions, just put them in the chat box, okay? All right, we're going to start with a bodyweight squat. I'm just going to... Here we go. All right, so simple bodyweight squat. I know from experience, a lot of people do not know how to perform the squat properly. They often load their quadriceps too much and load their knees. So I'm going to teach you how to do a proper bodyweight squat that will not injure your knees and that will exercise the muscles, the correct muscles, i.e. the glutes. So start with your feet about 15 degrees out. Now, pretend that you are twisting the feet outwards. You're not actually going to move them, but you're going to just pretend that you are doing it. As soon as you do this motion, you should feel tightness in your hips and your glutes turn on. Yeah? You need to keep this glute engagement on the whole time you are squatting. And I know that's really tricky for a lot of people. So don't focus too much on how deep you are going. Focus more on how well you are engaging your glutes. And you need to sink your hips back. So imagine you've got like a chair behind you and you're trying to sit on that chair. Where I see most people are squatting is here. They are coming over the toes, the knees are forward, and they are tragically loading the quadriceps, leaving this just completely disengaged. And what it does, it injures the knees. It's not if, it's when. So what you need to do, and I'm going to teach you a trick. If you cannot see your feet while you're squatting, you're not squatting correctly. So as I squat down, if I am in the correct form, I can see my whole feet. If I squat here, I can barely see my toes. See the difference? This is awful. Like I feel the tension in my knees. When I squat here, I feel these are working. These are working too, but my knees are completely out of equation. They're just bending and I'm not loading them. Yeah. So have a go, try a few. You also want to stabilize your abs. Otherwise, you're going to go into this. See that extension here? And you want to slightly compress the shoulder blades down. Arms, you can have them here if you want to. Anywhere that's comfortable. Nice relaxed hands too, okay? No tension in here. All right, let's do a few just to warm up. Inhale down, exhale up, yeah? Inhale down, exhale up. If you are finding that your glutes turn off as you go low, don't go as low. Only go to the point where you feel that intense glute engagement, and then you come up. It is better to perform just a partial squat with fully engaged glutes than go all the way down and let the glutes disengage. All right? Any other tips I can give you? I think that's about it. Yeah? So just nice body weight squat. This is where we're going to start. If you're here, don't worry. It's all good. Just build it up. But reset. If you're just learning, or I have just changed the technique of your squat, reset every time you come to the top. So make sure, again, that you are twisting the feet outwards, resetting, and then going again. Okay. Second movement is the sit-through. I might just angle the screen a little bit because I'm going to go down on the mat. The sit-through is an amazing movement, has a lot of variations, challenging for a lot of people from mobility perspective. Okay. So first of all, you're going to go on hands and knees. Now, the most important thing when we are loading our upper body is that we engage our lats to protect the shoulder joint. Too often I see people kind of doing some press-ups here, their shoulders above their ears. It just leads to shoulder injury. So what I want you to do, I want you to screw the arms in so your elbow pits are facing forward and you feel tension in the back, either behind the armpit or down the back or somewhere behind the shoulder. Yeah, if I show you this view, screw them in. And now you should feel really solid and actively compress the shoulder blades down. And you should feel that your back muscles engaged. That's perfect because that means that your shoulder joint is now stabilized and won't get injured. All right? So step one, let's work on this and practice this. It's quite difficult to learn that, but it's crucial if you want to avoid shoulder injuries, and they are so prevalent. Most people that come to me have some kind of shoulder injury. Okay, so screw them in. Where you're going to go now, you're going to tuck your toes under and you're going to lift your knees off the ground. You're going to squeeze your glutes and then you're going to push the belly button towards the spine. You're going to start rotating towards one side, thread the leg through and put the hip down. Yeah? I might make it look easy. It's not easy. Okay, I've been doing this for years and years and years. So see how you go. Often I found people kind of flop down because they don't have much core control. That's okay. From here, you're going to extend the back leg. Now this is the final range. And I know that mobility-wise, this is quite challenging for people. So what I want you to do, I want you to roll the hip over. If you can, lock both legs. If this angle is too much, reduce. Rather than unlocking the legs, reduce the angle. Get down. Elbows are nicely close. Now, make sure you're compressing the shoulders down, tighten the abs, the glutes, push up, reverse the movement. Plant the foot, heel is down. Be careful here. You need to have nice, strong arms. So again, screw the shoulder in, lock the elbow, lock the core, glutes, lift ever so slightly if you can, and then thread back in. At the beginning, I suggest that you go back on hands and knees, have a bit of a break and reset, okay? Let's go the other way. So, knees off the ground, lock the glutes, tighten the core, the abs, twist. If you can't fully lift, that's quite unnerving. Just come onto your fingertips just to create a little bit more space so you can thread through. Come down. Remember reducing the angle of the legs if you need to. Yeah, come down, push up, plant the back foot. Make sure this is really strong. So I'm not collapsed here. My shoulder is not by my ear, but I'm pulling it, opening the chest, screwing the shoulder in. I'm feeling the lat. I'm going to tighten my abs before I go into the transition. Tighten the glutes. Push off this back foot. Come back. Okay? Have a go. It's tricky. We don't, in our normal life or in our exercise regime, perform many movements that are rotational like this, but it's really important to condition the core in the rotation. Okay? The last movement is a tabletop. Tabletop is wonderful for creating strength in the glutes and in the hips. Okay? I found that a lot of people get tragically tight hips and really, can I say lazy? Lazy glutes. There you go. I said it. Lazy glutes. Yeah. This is this muscle. It's honestly one of the biggest. Well, I think it is the biggest muscle in the human body. It's also the laziest. And this is where a lot of our lower back issues come from. We have tight hips because we sit down too much and we don't do enough booty exercises to create this lovely kind of peachy shape in our glutes, but also the glutes are a massive part of your core. And your core's main function is to protect the spine. Yeah, so you want to have nice strong glutes because then you won't get sore lower back, which I think probably 70% of population have. All right, let's sit up for it. So you're going to sit here and you're going to have your feet about hip width apart. Nice and close, but you will troubleshoot that because everybody's bodies are different. So you're going to have to find where exactly you need to go. And it's reasonably close to the hips. Now, your hands, ideally, your fingers are pointing towards your hips. If that's too much and you don't have enough mobility or you think you don't have enough strength, then open them up to anywhere that's comfortable for you, okay? But this is the kind of ultimate version where you should be aiming for. Now, again, yeah, you don't want to be here. You pop the chest out and compress the shoulder blades down. From here, squeeze the glutes, so your muscles on your bottom come up. This is not only an amazing exercise for the glutes and the hip strength, but also it will stretch beautifully your chest and your biceps. So you might feel a lot of stretching kind of in this area. Amazing for counterbalancing this. Yeah? Let's go with a big exhale. Now, if you can't go to full extension, it's okay. Just build it slowly. If you are somewhere here today, that is totally all right. Yeah. So this is the full movement. Here. If this is too challenging for you, and I know for many of my clients, it used to be or it is challenging, I'm going to teach you a variation that is easier. You come to the wall, lie down. Hope you can see me okay. Your legs are at right angles. So your thigh is perpendicular to the ground. Your shin is parallel to the ground. So right angle. Okay? You lie down, squeeze the glutes, come up. Yeah? The motion is the same, but now you've taken the wrists out of the equation and the upper body. So this is a simpler version. This is how you're going to build up. And then hopefully you'll be able to do the other one. Yeah? So this is a modified version of the tabletop. So these are the 3 movements that we're going to do, and we're going to do it in a circuit kind of version, or single kind of session. Okay, I just completely lost my train of thought there. We're going to do an AMRAP. AMRAP means as many rounds as possible. So what does it mean? It means that we're going to select a time window. So let's say that you want to exercise for 10 minutes. Let's just do 10 minutes today, or it can be 15 minutes, it can be 20 minutes. This is entirely up to you, okay? You're going to have certain amount of repetitions. So I suggest we do 8 squats, 3 sit-throughs on each side, and 8 of the tabletops or bridges. These 3 exercises and all these repetitions will form one round. So 8 squats, 3 sit-throughs on each side, and 8 bridges or tabletops. That's one round. And in your window of 10 minutes or whatever you want to exercise for, however you want to exercise, however long you want to exercise for, you are going to fit in as many rounds as you can. Now, that doesn't mean that you're going to rush through it. It doesn't mean that you should sacrifice your perfect form and technique for numbers, okay? This is not about performance. This is about you fitting in as many rounds as you can, adjusting to the speed to your abilities. What you want is, let's say that we're going to exercise for 10 minutes. 10 minutes is what we want to do. You want your rounds to be same for the whole 10 minutes. The speed in which you perform each round needs to be the same for the 10 minutes. I don't want you to start with a hiss and a roar, what I could call overcooking it, and then you fizz out, and at the end, you're struggling and you're going super slow. I want you to start conservatively, somewhere where you feel comfortable, somewhere where your heart rate is elevated. Maybe you get a little bit of sweat up, but you can still talk. So I don't want you to really push it. If these movements are quite new for you, then slow it down even more. You can rest ideally at the end of the round. So the idea is that you perform the squat, then you take a break from the squat by doing the sit-through, and then you take a break from doing the sit-through by doing the tabletops. And then you can take a break, have some water, and then go again. This is not, I don't want you to fall into the trap of the mentality, hardcore, oh my God, I gotta like really cracking up. No, this is about control. This is about reading your body's cues. This is about building strength and fitness in a slow, sustainable way. If you go hardcore, your form is going to probably fall apart. You're going to gas out. It's going to take 3 days for your hormones to come back to normal. And you're probably going to be sore, exhausted, and possibly setting yourself up for aches and injuries. So let's not fall into that trap. We want to get strong. We want to get fit. We want to get more mobile in a slow, sustainable way. So if you've never done an AMRAP before and you've never done these 3 exercises together in this session, then go slow. Test it out, do it a few times, and then maybe after you've done it a few times, then you push, okay? So I'm going to run through 2 rounds with you just to show you how it's done, and then we can do it together. And then if you wish, you just continue for another 8 minutes or however long you have today. But I just want to, all you need to do is, I just want to show you how I manage myself in the kind of the AMRAP session, okay? I know that I have just served a huge amounts of time for the last 3 days. I'm exhausted. I'm really tired. I'm sore. I'm tired. So my AMRAP today is going to be super slow, super controlled. I'm just going to move through the repetitions nice and slow. Also, if you cannot perform 8 squats or 3 sit-throughs or 8 tabletops, reduce the numbers, okay? If you've only got 6 good squats in you per round, just do 6. You want to crack out perfect repetitions every single time. So if you notice that your first 4 squats are amazing and your glute engagement is great and you feel good, but the 5th and the 6th squat are a bit shonky and you feel your glutes have disengaged, then 4 is your number. Okay? It doesn't really matter how many repetitions you perform. You're still going to exercise for 10 minutes. Sometimes with beginners, I will reduce their repetitions. So you will still do the same amount of repetitions probably over the course of the 10 minutes, but you're just going to go through the exercises quicker. Yeah, so you're not going to do so many repetitions. If you can hold the 8 with perfect form, the whole 8, do 8. If it's 7, it's 7. If it's 6, it's 6. If it's 2, it's 2. And it is totally okay. Perfect technique and perfect form, it's always more important than how many repetitions you're going to perform. Okay, that is something that you need to get out of your head, because I know that if you've attended some classes, they will make you do the repetitions at the expense of your body. That is not how I coach, and I never perform any movements at the expense of my body. If I feel my technique falling apart, then I'll stop. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to set a timer for 10 minutes. So you can just use any timer. Yeah, stopwatch or on your phone, stopwatch, you're just setting yourself 10 minutes in which you're going to exercise. Think about it as a window in which I'm going to move. I'm not going to try to perform my personal best. I'm just going to move in these 10 windows, okay? So I'll do full time. I'm only going to do 2 rounds, okay, just to show you. And then if you want to keep going, keep going. If not, watch this video later and just skip to this part and then go. All right, we've warmed up, we ran through our movements, and now we're going to go. All right, so let's do it. 2 rounds, okay? I'm just going to make sure that you can see me okay. So we're going to go for, I'm going to do the 8 squats. I'm going to do 3 sit-throughs on each side, and then I'm going to do 8 tabletops. You do whatever version you need to do, and you do however many repetitions that are good for you, where you know you can maintain perfect form, okay? So I'm going to do a 10-minute run-up. I use TechFit Timer because that's... I normally do TechFit warm-ups, but honestly, just use any possible timer that you can, okay? Okay, 5 minutes down, so let's go. Get ready. Bodyweight squats. 8. I'm going to go nice and slow. I'm not rushing today. That's 3. 4. I'm going to show you from the side if you need to revisit the technique. Remember, 5. You need to see your feet. 6. 7. 8. I'm going to transition to the mat and start my sit-throughs. I'm going to spend some time on the setup. I'm going to do 3 on each side. Yeah. Don't rush it. If you need to go super slow, go super slow. There was 2 on each side. Again, reduce the repetitions if you don't have 3 good ones in you on each side. Don't worry about the sounds. Okay. I'm going to transition in my tabletops. Get my breath a little bit. Set up. If you need to do bridges against the wall, do bridges against the wall. Okay. 8. That's 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. Last one. All right. That's round 1 done. At the end of the round, I'm going to stand up. I'm going to shake it out. I'm going to recover a little bit. You can go straight into round 2 if you wanted to. It's nice to shake it out, take like 10, 15 seconds off, and then go again, okay? Round 2. Sit up, yeah? 8 squats, or however many you want to do. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, last one, yeah? Sit-throughs. So you're just calmly and slowly transitioning from movement to movement. Again, spend some time on the setup, don't rush into it. This is not a race, this is you and your body getting stronger. I'm gonna go for the 3 on each side. Pack that shoulder, yeah, nice and strong. Don't let your technique get sloppy as the rounds pass. If you find that your technique is getting sloppy, reduce repetitions or reduce intensity. Go slowly. Okay, one more on each side. Beautiful. I'm going to transition into my tabletop. Yeah. Again, open the hands if you need to. If you're doing wall bridges, transition to the wall, do your wall bridges. I'm going to go for 8. 2, 3. You should still be able to talk okay. Don't go to the ranges where you cannot talk anymore. It's not safe without a coach. That's 6. I'm going to go for 2 more. Nice. That's round 2 done, okay? So again, I'm going to stand up. It's important you stand up between rounds. You shake it out, release some of the tension. Breathe. Have a sip of water. And then you will calmly transition into round 3. I'm only going to go to for 2 rounds, okay? So that took me, I was going really slow, that took me 4 minutes and 42. So if I was going for 10 minutes, I would probably fit in 4 rounds, I would imagine, yeah? Which when you think about it, is actually quite a lot of exercise because you're timing everything by 4, okay? So this is M-reps, or as many rounds as possible, are a wonderful way how to fit in quite a lot of repetitions into quite short workout. What's really nice about M-rep is that you can go at your own pace. You have a window in which you're going to move your body and you go at your own pace. So make sure that you're not overcooking it or undercooking it. So you don't want to go like so slow and then get to the end of your workout like 10, 15 minutes and you're like, kind of probably should have gone a little bit faster. Okay, just remember your technique and your form are the most important thing. Whether you do 4 rounds or 5 or 2 in 10 minutes has no effect on the rest of your life. Whether you get injured here today by doing fast, chunky repetitions, that will have an amazing effect on the rest of your life. All right? So I hope this was helpful. You can now see how easy it is to get strong, get powerful, create a lot of energy, and most importantly, squeeze daily exercise into your busy life. Because if you cannot find 10 to 15 minutes to exercise your body and nurture your well-being, then there is something wrong with your priorities. Okay, find the time. You can do this every single day. You can do some mobility some days, you can do some mobility flows other days, and some days you can do a little strength workout. For women over 45, I recommend you try to fit in 2 to 3 strength workouts a week. But this was it. 10 minutes. I'm not sending you to the gym. I'm not sending you to your nearest CrossFit gym. This is it. This will get you strong. You don't need anything else unless that's your jam and weight training and gym is your jam, and that is totally okay. I'm happy for you. But if you're just a woman that just wants to get a little bit strong and is short on time and is super busy, wants to work out from home, try this for 10-15 minutes and you'll notice you would be tired. You would exercise all your muscles in all the movements. These are functional whole body movements. We're not doing back and chest today and leg day tomorrow. We're doing everything every single day because that's how the human body was designed. I hope you found this helpful. I've got a comment. Thanks, Yana. That was great workout and reconfirming knees. My pec, Eleni. Awesome, Eleni. So nice of you to join me live. That's great. Yeah, there you go. Another workout in your toolbox. So yeah, I hope you found this helpful. If you have any questions, just flow them my way. And yeah, keep moving, beautiful ladies. Just keep moving. Lots of love to you all. Bye.